Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Well, I got excited there for a minute because there were rumors from a Fox News reporter, business news reporter, that Circle was actually getting served by the SEC with a Wells notice. But Circle's CEO annihilated that rumor. He says Circle has not been served with a Wells notice. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. Why hasn't Circle been served with a Wells notice? We know that Tether has not been served with a Wells notice because they can't serve Tether with a Wells notice because they are not located in the United States. Then the SEC does not have jurisdiction outside the United States. However, Circle and Goldman Sachs, their supporter, is located in the United States. So why haven't they, like Paxos Standard, been served? Well, let's actually look at the infinite amounts of corruption that could actually be present in the SEC. The head of the SEC, Gary Gensler, has gleefully sued Paxos because Paxos is obviously tied to Binance with BUSD. For those of you that don't know, BUSD is just Binance branded Paxos. I think American authorities have actually been looking for a way to get at Binance for a long time, since Binance doesn't really operate in the United States, and Binance.us is really more of a BAM thing than a Binance thing. More or less, they haven't really found a way. But BUSD is being issued by Paxos. And Paxos in the United States, so they're suing Paxos to get at Binance. But that's not the only reason. I think they might actually be clearing the way for USDC. Now, they're not going to be very successful to clear the way for USDC because Tether's the 900-pound gorilla in the room, and they can't really do anything about Tether because it's not in the United States. But they can clear as much competition as they possibly could while getting at an old foe called Binance. Plus, there's Circle and Goldman Sachs corruption and connections in here. Remember, Circle is supported by Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, back several years ago, did help Circle get a $50 million fundraise. Obviously, Circle is also backed by BlackRock. But I think the Goldman Sachs connection is more intricate right here because guess who Gary Gensler worked for as one of his first jobs out of college, if he went back to college those days or whatever. He worked for Goldman Sachs, and he worked for Goldman Sachs for a long time. And more than that, he was the youngest ever partner at Goldman Sachs. He made partner at Goldman Sachs at just age 30, and he has a lot of connections at Goldman Sachs. So you have a Goldman Sachs-backed coin in the Circle coin, USDC. They want to clear a way for it. They have an SEC chair who has deep connections to Goldman Sachs, even before he was the head of the CFTC. And he probably still has many old friends and allies within Goldman Sachs as well. So just think about that. Now he's in a position to basically categorically classify certain things as securities and certain things as not securities. So he flexes his muscle to actually muscle out BUSD to the favor of Goldman Sachs and Circle. So I believe this is part of the reason Circle has not been served with, I believe this is the part of the reason, if not the entire reason, Circle has not been served with a Wells notice and Paxos has. Now, if they serve Circle with a Wells notice, I could be completely wrong. But right now, the reporter has retracted her statement that Circle has been served, and the Circle CEO has quashed the report. So that is fake news if you are actually hearing it right now. But I think it's the reason it's not real news is because of corruption and Gary Gensler's deep ties with Goldman Sachs and Circle. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.